For the first time, the Obama administration says Syria's government is using chemical weapons against rebel troops. Those weapons include sarin nerve gas.
And now the U.S. is promising more help for the rebels trying to overthrow Syria's president. Major Garrett is at the White House with the latest. Major, good morning to you.
Good morning, Gail and Charlie. It's been almost a year since President Obama warned Syria not to cross his red line by using chemical weapons. Now that it has, more American military gear will flow to the Syrian rebels. But the White House still clings to diplomacy and says the Syrian government it alleges has used chemical weapons can still participate in a peace conference later this summer. Meanwhile, the U.S. is clearly edging closer to this conflict. Nearly 2 months after saying Syria might have used chemical weapons against rebel forces, the White House now says it's sure. The Syrian regime used the nerve agent sarin multiple times in the past year to kill between 100 and 150 rebels, trying to overthrow dictator Bashar al-Assad.
That's a red line for us, and that there would be enormous consequences if we start seeing movement on the chemical weapons front.
Mr. Obama has long resisted arming Syrian rebels, but has now decided to send more military equipment than ever before. But there's no clue what the U.S. will send or when. One part of the Syrian opposition will receive the help, the Syrian Military Council, or SMC. One top advisor described the move this way.
It's aimed at strengthening both the cohesion of the opposition, but also the effectiveness of the SMC on the ground.
We can go in and...
Republican Senator John McCain welcomed the White House change, but he continues to press for rapid arming of the rebels and creation of a no-fly zone to protect them.
We don't want boots on the ground. We know it would be counterproductive. We know it would not lead to victory. But we do know we can provide incredible assistance and change this battlefield equation.
There's still no decision on a no-fly zone, though the president's military planners are advising it. The president will try to get more help for the rebels at the G8 summit next week in Northern Ireland. His toughest negotiator there will be Russian President Vladimir Putin, who opposes the ouster of the Assad regime and whose government said this morning U.S. evidence of Syrian chemical weapons use does not look convincing. Gail and Charlie.
Thanks, Major.